The gentleman that's here today, the Honorable William Bolling, our Lieutenant Governor, has proven to be a tremendous advocate for Southern Virginia. If showing up is 50% of the job, he's at about 200%. So I'd very much like you to welcome the Honorable William Bolling, Lieutenant Governor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This mic broke the mic. Is that what you said? Test 1, 2. We're streaming live on the internet, I'm told. This momentary pause. Is it good? Good for you?
No, it's not.
Uh-oh. Okay. I will talk very. Can you hear me in the back? Yep. Outstanding. I've never had anyone say they couldn't hear me. I have had several people say they wish they couldn't hear me, but that's a different thing altogether. Well, my goodness, good morning. What a wonderful crowd that we have here today in Halifax for this exciting announcement. When I saw on the schedule that we had gotten to the point where we could make this announcement, we were looking at doing it on December the 22nd. I thought, what a great time to be able to make an announcement like this just a few days before Christmas. And then, of course, as things fell together on some other projects that we were working on, this has just turned out to be a tremendous day here in Virginia. As you probably know, a little bit earlier this morning in Richmond, we announced that Amazon.com is creating about 1,400 new jobs in our state, about 1,000 in Chesterfield County. What was it, Neil? About 300 or 400 in Dinwiddie County. And then to be able to get on the plane and come down here to announce this great, exciting partnership between our friends at Dominion and Faneuil to create 150 new jobs right here in Halifax County. That is a good day for Virginia, and it is a good day for Southern Virginia. It really is a pleasure to be here with your team, all the local elected officials. I know what that's like. I started out in local government back about 20 years ago. I know what a tough job it is, but also what an important job it is, and the people who pitch in and help out with your IDA. It was local leadership that had the vision a number of years ago to develop this facility. And I suspect along the ways there were more than a few people who said, when is that thing going to start paying off, for us? But the truth is that when you do facilities like this, it's not a short-term turnaround. It's a long-term investment. It's a strategic investment, but it does pay off over time. You just have to keep working, and you have to have patience. And I remember the very first time I came into this building a few years ago and saw it, there was no doubt in my mind that this day would come, because this is a wonderful facility in a great part of our state, and Dominion and Faneuil could not have picked a better place for these 150 jobs than right here in the Riverstone Technology. I would also be remiss if I didn't say a word about Mike. I will tell you, you have, and I've worked with these guys all across the state, you have one of the finest economic development guys in any part of Virginia, and Mike Sexton. And Mike, thank you for the work that you did in making this project. Well, look, as you all know, Governor McDonnell and I have made no secret about the fact that getting the economy moving again and creating jobs is our top priority. You probably remember those bumper stickers in the campaign back in 2009, Bob's for jobs and Bill's for business. And 2 years into this, Bob's still for jobs and Bill's still for business, and we're doing everything we can do to try to make Virginia a more attractive place to create jobs for the people of our state, because we believe that economic growth and economic development is the rising tide that can help lift all ships out of the grip that this recession has had on us for the past 3 or 4 years now. We also know that it's going to be a long slog. We've made a lot of progress here in Virginia over the last couple of years. We've still got a lot of work to do. You get this economy turned around one project at a time. And it was just a few weeks ago that we had the privilege of standing at this same spot announcing the really visionary formation of the new Southern Virginia Alliance for Economic Development that Lee and her team is doing such a great job leading, and then to be back today to announce a tangible result of those efforts that creates 150 jobs for the people of this part of Southern Virginia is indeed an exciting day, and it's kind of what it's all about. I've had the privilege of serving in government for the past 20 years, and I've done a lot of things, but I'll tell you, nothing that I've done in 20 years of public service is more rewarding than the work that I've been able to do the last couple of years in this whole job creation effort. Because in Virginia, there are no red jobs or blue jobs. And no Republican, now there are green jobs, but that's a different story altogether. There are no Republican jobs or Democrat jobs, and the governor and I appreciate so much the work that we've had and the support that we've had from our colleagues in the General Assembly in helping invest over $100 million in the last 2 years in proven economic development and job creation programs. So to Senator Ruff and Delegate Edmonds and all the others in the team, we appreciate that on both sides of the aisle, that support. By the way, we're going to give you a chance to help again because there's another $100 million for economic development in the budget that the governor introduced just this week that will enable us to even, I think, go to a higher level. And this really is what it's all about when we can join together to make exciting announcements like this one today. Let me also say one of the things that makes this announcement so exciting for me is that it is two great Virginia companies joining together to create jobs for the people of Virginia. And I remember it wasn't too long back that we were talking with our friends at Dominion, which is really just one of the finest corporate citizens in our state. And we were talking to them about what we could do to help grow their business in Virginia. And one of the questions that we always ask is, do you have any business operations in other states that could be in Virginia? And one of the things we found out was that there were a couple of these customer service centers that were located in Texas. Texas. We said, well, why in the world Texas? And they said, well, that's a good question. Why in the world Texas? And it wasn't too long later, Paul, that we were able to announce a partnership where the first part of that customer service center in Texas was relocated with the help of Anna and her team at Faneuil to Martinsville, Virginia, where you now have 175 or so, is that right? Up to about 175 employees in the facility in Martinsville. And today I'm pleased to say we are relocating the rest of that customer service center out of Texas into Halifax County, Virginia. That's where we are. Take that, Rick Perry. Right? No, don't say that. So it's streaming on the internet, isn't it? Can we back? No, just a little joke there. A little joke. So we really are excited about this. It is an example, again, of two great Virginia companies combining together. You're going to love working with Faneuil. The work that Anna and her team have done in Martinsville, and of course they're headquartered in Virginia, down in Hampton, right? Hampton. And you're just going to love working with these guys. They're great to work with. This is a great place to work. So it's going to create jobs and it's going to create opportunity for the people of this part of Virginia. And that's really, again, what we're all about. Let me just close by saying this. These things don't happen in a vacuum. They are a team effort. And there were a lot of people that went into making this project happen that I also want to recognize. Obviously, our friends Judy McClenny and our friends with the Virginia Economic Development Partnership, thanks. VEDP is our lead economic development agency. They do a wonderful job working with us and our team, and they were instrumental in making sure that this project came together, and we appreciate that work. Also, the Tobacco Commission. There's just not enough, Neil, that we can say about the work that you guys and Senator Ruff, the work that you do with the Tobacco Commission. It has been a tremendous success story. There is so many exciting things taking place today in Southern Virginia and Southwest Virginia that just wouldn't be taking place without the help of the Tobacco Commission. So let's give them another round of applause. And then a number of the projects that we've put in place in the last few years to make Virginia a more attractive place for business. And as you know, earlier this year, both CNBC and Polina named Virginia the top state in America for business. And in large part, it's because of some of these programs that we put in place, which will also benefit this project. This project will receive support from our state's major business facility tax credit program, as well as our enterprise zone program, which is administered by the Department of Housing and Community Development, and also through the Virginia Jobs Investment Program, which is administered by the Virginia Department of Business Assistance, our lead small business agency. So it is exciting for me to see how these projects that we work so hard to put in place and to take to the next level through the support that we provide work together to enable us to just have a wonderful announcement like this one here today. So Paul and Anna, thank you all for joining together to make this happen. And I'm going to ask if you'll both join me at the front of the podium, and I'm going to present a little flag. By the way, I should put in a plug. Someone told me that this water was named the best water in the world. Is that right? Is that right? Is that true? Well, get a bottle of this before you leave today. Let me go around here.
I'm going to say it is anyway.
Come on around here.